La li la la li la li la 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 la. Hey everybody, how is everybody today? I am here with my can of cider and some comics to talk about. We're gonna sing the whole of this bloggy blog. I'm gonna sing the bloggy blog today. Why not just sing the blog instead of talking like a twat? Hi, Matilda Gothika. Thank you for joining me once again on another one of my rambling rants. I believe only 300 and more. All right, now 325 or something to go. Probably quite a lot to go anyway. But just keep on one day at a time, man. One day at a time. It's all good, right? So what have I done today? Well, I was at my dad's, obviously. Well, not obviously. I hope the sound's better today because I've got my my microphone. My microphone is plugged in, so hopefully I'm coming can be heard a lot better. I was wondering if you do one, do a blog, or do have a microphone. I don't know what you were talking about. You thought I was wondering if I was going to do a blog today. I've got to do a blog every day. There's a blog every day for a year and a day. When the grey man says he's going to do a blog in the day for you in the day, it happens, mate. Doesn't mess around. Yeah, of course there's going to be a blog, Matilda. Why would there not be a blog? Why would there not be a blog? I've promised the hordes, all three of you, that there will be a live one. You thought it might be a pre-recorded. To be honest, I seem to be doing lives a lot more because I haven't really got anything to say. I kind of like bump off the chat a little bit, to try and get some more content out of it. And yeah, and yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of live ones probably because it is quite easy. And we're taking my microphone home with me. Is the sound better today compared to the last couple of days? Could anyone vouch for that? So, because I've got a couple of live streams that I'm going to be doing next week. Hey, Mark Spector, did you check out my video yesterday, Mark, about the video tag for DC and Marvel Geeks weekly video tag? I tagged you in it. To create a team of a mixed team of Marvel and DC heroes, 7-person team. You've got to create your team, create their name, and it's got to be a mixture of DC and yeah. Does it sound better than yesterday? Because yesterday and the day before, I didn't have my microphone plugged in, which means I've got to deal with the inbuilt microphone, which is a pain in the butt. Yeah, make that team. And Matilda, you got to make that team as well. And Soli team, you can make a team as well. Everyone can make a team. It's an open tag for everybody. Yeah, cool. Yeah, because I've got 2 streams as I'm guesting on other people's channels next week. On Monday, I am a guest on the massive, the big one, the 1,000 sub celebration for Metarog, the big daddy of the comic community. Everyone's favorite channel. Metarog is got the big 1,000 subs and is doing a massive stream. It's about 6 million people are going to be on there, not all at one go, obviously. And I'm going to be on there as well. Different for me. I'm working on an entry for Johnny. Yeah, that's was Johnny the lovers tag. We had to come up with a couple. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let me talk about some comic books that I have read since last I spoke to you all. I've been working actually tonight on my podcast. I think my dad's podcast show. This is for my heavy metal show, my high speed hangover podcast show. So I'm busily putting them. I've got 2 themes to do because the last Sunday of the month there's always a theme show on my regular podcast, and I do another theme show for my Patreons as well. So the Patreon theme show for the next 4 months, I've gone to the top 100 books as according to the Guardian newspaper, and I'm going to do a theme show like counting down top 100 books for the next. I'm not sure it's a popcorn stream, but yeah, thank you. I did think about doing like an open stream and getting people to join me again. I might do that tomorrow if anyone's up for it. Certainly, Tim, if you're around tomorrow. Matilda, if you fancy it. Mark Spector, never spoken to you before. Doomsday Comics, if you want to come in. Gold Gauntlet Comics, if you want to come in. Streamlabs, send out in StreamYard, straight to StreamYard, and the first 5 people who come in can join me for a Chinwag archive sampler. They did a bunch of archives, all the old DC stuff, World's Best Comics, and there were some really interesting stories in there. Actually, it was an old story of Superman back in the day when he used to have to leap over tall buildings. he couldn't actually, and he actually did some detective work. And it actually took him a little while before he actually put his costume on. He was like walking around, he was using his X-ray vision to sort of check up fingerprints and that kind of thing. He was doing a lot more kind of detective work as a reporter. He was actually following the leads as a reporter. Birthday party. That is fine, Tim. Off will be always be there for another time. Yeah, have a great time. Have a great time. Yeah, you got to get around to streaming the D&D sessions one day. Yeah, so that was really interesting. Batman. I can't remember what happened in the Batman story now, but is that the one? Did they team up? I think there might have been a team up now. I can't remember now. I believe no, I didn't team up that early. But the biggest eye-opener one was the Wonder Woman comic. I reckon Silverhead Bronze Age Babe should read that one, because I think that would make her head explode. Like she does a series called Woman's Livers from Space, and this was just craziness. They basically went into a dream world. Her and her sidekick I'd never even heard of before. It was like a big boned lady. Let's put it that way. I can't remember what her name was. Texas Lil or something like that. She had some weird name, Southern Belle or something. I can't remember. They all enter into a dream world where they go into this other world where women like being in prison because prisons are really good in this world, and a prisoner gets let free. She doesn't want to be let free. She's made to take over this kingdom because she's been such a good prisoner. It was crazy. And they had this thing where their hobby is fishing for men. They get like fishing rods and they're actually picking men up with these fishing rods, and then later on they're going into battle and all these women are carrying fishing rods while these men are using paralyzer guns, and obviously the men won because they had paralyzer guns and not fishing rods. There was other things in there. I can't remember what the stuff in there was now, but like, you know what I mean? I need to make a note. I need to get a little notebook, and every time I see something I want to mention when I'm reading the comic, I should make a little note about it. I should really get more, because there's sometimes I think, oh, I must mention this, and of course when it comes around to it, I always bloody forget. Like there was a few things in this Secret Origin. This is really cool story actually. It's a retelling of the, you know how they retconned the Justice League of America Origins quite a few times. Yeah, and I think eventually they decided that Superman wasn't part of the original team and Batman wasn't part of the original team, although I think originally they were part of the team. So it's just these guys on the screen who are the original team. A fishing pole. She might throw you back. She might decide you're a tiddler. she might decide you're not catching the day. You're a throwback, or she might chop you up and use you to catch other men. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I'm not good with fishing analogies. I need to pick up those omnibus volumes for the World's Finest Stuff. Yeah, they were just. They were fun. They were interesting. They weren't boring reads. Sometimes I read an old Golden Age one, and I thought, "Oh, this is really dry. This is really like, you know." But I actually read all the ones I read in this one. I was all like, yeah, I was picking up different facets and like being interested in how the characters were portrayed in those days. And the Wonder Woman was just like, wow. I think you need a psychiatrist to like analyze the blinking the right. It was that the guy who eventually invented her. We all know that he was a bit of a. He had 2 women on the go. There's a lot of bondage going on in his life, as far as I know. I now keep a little notebook for new words I find. Good idea. Yeah, so this was a cool story. Basically, these aliens from another world have come to our world to have a battle against each other to see who will be the new king of their world, kind of thing. And they can change other people into their images. And basically when they get to it, will start turning into trees. If you look at one of the really old Justice League of America books, it may even be the first one, they're all like turn into trees on the cover. It's a really classic to Martian Manhunter, who manages to knock the hand, it's all covered in tree bark by this time, so I forgot to mention that. Managed to knock Hal Jordan's hand and makes his ring become exposed, which he uses to knock the tree bark off of Black Canary's head, which he then just is in a second, and the day is saved, yay! And they're talking about starting a team. I can't remember who says. I think it might have been Flash. It could have been Green Lantern. He goes, "What can we call our team?" And he goes, "I know. Let's call us the Avengers." I cracked up at that. He literally said, "Let's call ourselves the Avengers." And I was like, "No, I want something with justice in the name, like the Justice Society." Have you read it before, Tim? You read that one before from this comic. It's a classic, isn't it? It's real good fun, and it's also what I loved about the old Justice League of America comics back in this kind of the era this is aping. This is obviously not from that era, but it's like a hark back to that era. Yeah, I like we was a kinky bastard, the bloke who made up the Wonder Woman. I I like the fact I liked it when they used to split up into teams or individuals and like go to different parts of the world to do one facet of the mission before they all get back together again to finish off the the villain. I always thought that was really good fun. I always enjoyed that. Right now, in this Superman comic, some alien's been hiding out on Earth, and he zaps Superman with something, and suddenly Superman can no longer be super unless he's got a superhero costume on. So when he's got his Clark Kent clothes on, he's got no superpowers whatsoever. He's got to come out of his Clark Kent clothes, put on his super suit before he can have any Superman powers. So it's a bit of an interesting sort of premise. The idea is, I think the alien's just trying to. It's part of a plan. The alien's going to try and take over the world, obviously, because that's just an interesting little story. Jala is my second largest portion of my collection. Love the League. Yeah, I love the League as well. I love the Justice League. Yeah, they're cool stuff. I'm trying to get the whole run. Not the whole run. It's on your to read pile. Yeah, I've got a large to read pile as well. But now I never actually bought The Death of Superman when it first came out. I never actually collected those issues. My first reading of The Death of Superman is I bought the trade paperback, and so I didn't realize I never actually had them. So when I've come to start collecting again, picking up back issues, I've been collecting like all the little gaps that I was missing in my Superman run, and this was the last one that I needed for my Adventures of Superman. And this issue, a few times, I still find it really poignant to see Lois crying in every scene, everyone standing around trying to do their best to revive him, and his parents in Kansas, the Kents in Kansas, seeing it on the TV and not being able to be there to see if they could do anything, and just like not knowing, is our son dead? Is it a mistake? And, are they wrong? That kind of thing. And that's really very, very touching issue. I know he comes alive again a few months later or whatever, but even sitting on the train, I was reading it on the way home from my dad's, and it's like, oh yeah, it's not, I'm a tough, strong guy, obviously, but I have got feelings too. I have emotions. I may be into death metal, but still, seeing Superman and Lois crying over him, it's still like the bottom lip starts going. Yeah, it was a good storyline. And now I've actually run out of comics, to be honest, because I took a batch to my dad's to read, and because I come from my dad straight back to my girlfriend's, I've got two in the bag to read to take me over the weekend. But luckily I've got 2 podcasts to be recording. I've got my Patreon one I do tomorrow, and I do my themed one, my normal monthly themed one on Sunday, which is when I normally do my podcast anyway. But when I start working, I'm not sure what days off I'm going to get, so I'm going to probably have to pre-record my podcast a few times. Anyway, so this is the Mighty Thor. This is the first issue where Thor's friend has taken over from Thor. So this isn't actually Thor. This is somebody else who has Thor's power and is wielding Mjolnir. Hey, Area 51, how you doing, mate? Yeah, day 25. Yeah, who thought I could count that high? Yeah, so he's having teething problems of working out how to use Mjolnir, how to best use his strength, and he takes on Ulik the what's he called? Something troll, wood troll, stone troll. I can't remember what it's called now. It's not just Ulik the troll, is it? Or is it? I can't remember. Sure, he's got like a name before. The something troll. I can't remember now. Yeah, Thor. Four, like you say when you're playing golf. No, it's Thor, the Mighty Thor. Anyway, this is in this issue. He works out how to use his power, and he kind of defeats Ulik face off, grapple. He steps aside and sort of punches him, and he's like, "What are you doing? Why are you not facing me face to face?" And then later on, he wraps his cloak around Ulik's head so you can't see, and he punches him out while he's got his face covered. So he's fighting in his own style rather than the old Asgardian Thor kind of style. I will send comics in the world. I've got some room in my house. Right. So that is my little look at the comics that I've done. You know how to contact me, Matilda. Oh yeah, let's mention me and Matilda's competition. Yeah, I do like older stuff, Matilda. Yeah, a couple of newish ones that I'm on the lookout for as well. Not super new though. Right, so me and Matilda, she represents Sabra, of course, the Israeli superhero, and I'm Captain Britain, of course, the British superhero. Basically, all you got to do up to the end of the 10th of March, I think it is the cut-off time. Basically, every time I do a video, you can leave a comment down below. Our prizes are some works of art from Matilda. Second place prize should do you a drawing or painting, whatever character you require, you request. And if you're not seeing her artwork, she does this fun, quirky little character art. I really enjoy her art. She's done me some great stuff. She's done me really cool blue beetle. She always gives them little smiles. They always have really cute little smiles. So looking at both of those pictures, both make me smile. So if you want a chance to win some awesome art that hopefully will make you smile like it does me, then leave a comment down below in the link, and Matilda will, put her heart and soul into drawing or painting or whatever medium she chooses you some art, basically, of a character that you request. So yeah, just leave a link down below after it. Yeah, she's no Jim Lee. No, she's not. She's got her own style. She's an original. She's an original Matilda Gothika. There is no one else. There is no one else like Matilda Gothika. She is her. She can definitely draw better than me anyway, and I like her. A lot of people, I think, are fans of her in the comic community, because she sent practically most people on their birthday, she sends them cards with characters that she likes. So she's done Captain Britain's for JPL Flash. She's done 4, I think, for Rayman the Silencer Man. Who has she done for Metal Rod? She's done a few for Metal Rod, I'm sure, but I can't remember what characters it was now. It might have been Ghost Rider, because I know he likes Ghost Rider. Could have been Mystery, I suppose, because he's a big Mystery fan. But anyway, yeah, she's cool. She's a good lass, and she'll do some pictures for you if you're lucky to win the competition. Okay, now to shout out a small channel, not a small channel. There are no small channels. There are just channels that are less bigly than other channels. That's my phrase anyway. I don't know if that's actually a word, less bigly, but yeah, the less bigly channel that I'm going to shout out tonight is one called Johnny 5 Alive. They currently have 108 subscribers, which is not bad, but we can give them a little kick, a little booster, a little push up, a little press up, a little. What's that called when you put people step on your hand and you lift them up a little? Oh, I don't remember what it's called. I'm sure it's got a word. A little boost up, that'll do. To their channel by going and subscribing now. The link is down. Good stuff. It's only been going since 2013. Got 4,500 views so far on the channel. So yeah, and I'd say 108 subscribers. So get over there, give them some love. Subscribe, give them some comment bumps on. Go and comment spam their most recent. Yeah, but obviously sub them up. Yeah, leg up. That's the one, Matilda. Yes, well said. I like books. I'm too lazy to draw these days. Okay, one of you. I will read almost anything at least once. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I'm not adverse to reading new stuff. Okay, nothing else to say. I'm all out of words. It's time for me to go now. So I'll sing instead, because why not, indeed. Well, no, I'm buggering off. Cheers for watching. Enter the competition by leaving a comment down below. Go and show some comic community camaraderie to Johnny 5 Alive. And I will be back tomorrow with another one of my bloggy blogs.